Have you ever found yourself wondering why certain people always seem to seek attention or seem to think the world revolves around them? Whether it's a friend, colleague, or even a family member, there are some individuals who just seem to have an insatiable need for admiration, validation, and control. Narcissism, a term we often hear in everyday conversations, goes beyond mere self-centeredness. It is a complex personality trait that can wreak havoc in our personal and professional lives if we're not careful. In today's video, we're diving deep into the world of narcissists, examining their behaviors and, most importantly, the life phases when these individuals are most likely to strike again. You'll definitely want to stick around until the end to learn how to identify these phases and safeguard yourself from their manipulative tactics. To begin, let's clarify what narcissism actually is. You've probably heard the term narcissist tossed around, but what does it really mean? Narcissism is characterized by a pattern of grandiosity, a constant need for admiration, and a notable lack of empathy. Narcissists tend to have an inflated sense of their own importance, believing they are special or unique in some way. They often act superior to others and can be incredibly charming and persuasive, all while hiding their true intentions. So, when are these narcissists most likely to strike again? When people think of narcissism, they often picture someone who is self-absorbed and constantly boasting about their accomplishments. However, narcissistic individuals can display their behaviors in various ways. Sometimes they may shower you with praise, making you feel like the most important person in their world, only to discard you once they no longer need you. This cycle can leave you feeling confused, hurt, and emotionally exhausted. First phase you need to watch out for is the idealization phase. During the idealization phase, narcissists tend to target individuals who have something they want, whether it's admiration, love, or social status. They become incredibly charming and flattering, making you feel extraordinary. However, the narcissist's interest in you is typically superficial. They might shower you with compliments, gifts, and attention, all of which are part of their strategy to gain control over you. While it may feel flattering at first, it's important to stay vigilant because their intentions are often less genuine than they appear. The next phase in a narcissist cycle is devaluation. Once they've secured your admiration or affection, they begin to chip away at your self-worth. They may start belittling you, making subtle digs, or being overly critical. This phase can leave you feeling confused, unsure of yourself, and emotionally drained, as the narcissist gradually wears you down. After the devaluation phase comes the discard phase. This is when the narcissist will completely cut you off once they no longer see any value in you. They may treat you coldly or disappear without explanation, leaving you to pick up the pieces. It's crucial to recognize these phases early on to protect yourself from their emotional manipulation and avoid falling into their toxic cycle. Once the narcissist feels that they've secured their position in your life, they may move on to the devaluation phase. This is when the narcissist starts to show their true colors. They may start criticizing you, belittling your achievements, or making you feel unimportant. Constant shifting between admiration and devaluation is meant to keep you emotionally invested in the relationship, creating a toxic cycle that is hard to break. In this phase, the narcissist will begin to chip away at your self-esteem, leaving you questioning your worth. It's during this phase that many victims of narcissistic abuse feel trapped and powerless. The narcissist, feeling entitled and in control, becomes more aggressive in their manipulation. But the story doesn't end there. The narcissist will eventually cycle back to the discard phase. Once they've drained you of your energy, admiration, and resources, they'll often discard you as if you no longer serve a purpose. This phase can be sudden and painful, especially if you've invested a lot of time and energy into the relationship. You might feel blindsided or abandoned, but remember, narcissists have a way of moving on quickly. Once you're no longer useful to them, they'll find someone else to exploit. can feel like you've been used, but the narcissist has simply moved on to the next target. In this phase, their cruelty can be devastating. You may find yourself wondering what went wrong or trying to fix things, but it's essential to recognize the narcissist's patterns. Narcissists are not content to stay in one place for long, though. They will return again, sometimes even after a period of silence when they sense an opportunity. This is known as the hoovering phase. Like the vacuum cleaner from which the term hoovering originates, the narcissist will suck you back into their world when they sense that you've moved on or that they might benefit from having you around again. They might reach out with an apology, promise to change, or rekindle the charm they once displayed. However, this is just another manipulation tactic, and it's essential not to fall for it. If you've managed to break free from their toxic grasp, don't let the hoovering trap you once again. But why do narcissists continue to strike, even after their behavior is exposed? The answer lies in their inability to self-reflect or empathize with others. Narcissists tend to view relationships in terms of what they can gain rather than mutual respect and connection. They rarely feel remorse for their actions and instead believe that they are entitled to exploit others to get what they want. This mindset is why narcissists have the ability to repeatedly cause harm in their relationships and why their cycles of idealization, devaluation, and discard can occur multiple times throughout their lives. Now that we've explored the life phases when narcissists strike again, you might be wondering, how can I protect myself from their tactics? Key lies in self-awareness and setting boundaries. Understanding the narcissist's playbook is the first step in protecting yourself. By recognizing the warning signs of narcissistic behavior, you can avoid falling into their traps. When a narcissist begins to idealize you, be cautious. Remember that their flattery may not be sincere. If you notice a pattern of devaluation or manipulation, don't hesitate to distance yourself. Setting clear boundaries and sticking to them is essential in breaking the cycle of abuse. Additionally, make sure to surround yourself with supportive people who recognize the harmful patterns of narcissism. Having a strong support system can help you regain your self-esteem and confidence, making it easier to break free from a narcissist's hold. Don't be afraid to seek professional help if you feel like you're struggling to escape the toxic cycle. Therapy can be a powerful tool in rebuilding your self-worth and learning how to handle narcissistic individuals in a healthy way. In conclusion, narcissists are incredibly skilled at striking at different life phases. From their initial charm to their eventual manipulation, it can be difficult to spot their true intentions. But by recognizing the stages of narcissistic abuse and staying alert, you can protect yourself from falling victim to their toxic behavior. Remember, narcissists thrive on control, but you don't have to let them. Stay strong, set boundaries, and take control of your life. Thanks for watching this video. If you found this material helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with more insightful discussions. Take care of yourself and stay alert during these life phases. You deserve healthy, genuine relationships that empower you, not ones that tear you down.